My staff sergeant stopped me outside the motor pool at 0530 and asked, "You'd rather be trusted or useful?" I was holding 2 thermoses and running on 4 hours of sleep. Trusted, I guess. He held my eyes about a second longer than the question deserved. Wrong answer. Then he walked off toward the arms room like the conversation had never happened. The board said services and maintenance until 1600. Oil changes, torque checks. The kind of day where the worst thing that happens is grease on your fleece. But the platoon sergeants weren't talking that morning. Nobody was getting smoked for a dirty weapon. Kansas in February is quiet anyway, but that was the wrong kind of quiet. First sergeant came out to formation with his hands in his pockets, which he never did. Change of plan, night convoy, 40 miles, blackout drive, full kit. Step time is 1900. Somebody groaned. We hadn't run blackout since October. One more thing, he said. At some point tonight, a vehicle is going to be pulled off the route. Don't ask why. Don't get on the radio about it. Just keep rolling. We stepped off at 1900 into a wind that came sideways off the frozen fields. I drove the third truck. Ruiz on the gun, no headlights, just the green swim of night vision and the ghost tail of the vehicle ahead. Something in my cargo bed was heavier than the manifest said. I'd noticed it during PMCS and told myself I'd deal with it later. At the first checkpoint, a Humvee I didn't recognize pulled alongside us, and a captain nobody could name told Ruiz to get out and get in. Ruiz looked at me. I shrugged. He climbed in, and the Humvee drove off into the dark. At mile 14, they took Palmer. At mile 22, they took 2 guys from the lead truck, and by then the radio had gone completely silent. Not silent like nobody was talking. Silent like somebody had turned it off. My staff sergeant appeared at my window during a halt, walking up out of the ditch like he'd been there the whole time. "You remember what I asked you this morning?" "Yes, Sergeant." "You gave me the wrong answer." His breath smoked in the cold. Trusted men wait for orders. Useful men notice the orders that don't make sense. Ahead of us, an unmarked pickup came over the rise with its high beams on, which is a thing that does not happen on a blackout route. "When that truck stops," he said, "somebody's going to knock twice on your door. When he does, you get out and you walk east across that field until you hit the tree line, and you do not stop. Not for a voice, not for your name, not for mine. Sergeant, what is this? Do you understand?" "Yes, Sergeant." The pickup stopped. 2 men got out in civilian coats. No rank, no patches, moving in a way that didn't match anything I'd seen on that installation. One of them had a clipboard he never looked at. They scanned our line of vehicles the way you'd look over a used car lot. 2 knocks on my door. I got out and I walked, then I ran. The field was corn stubble under crusted snow, and every step broke through and grabbed my ankle. Behind me, somebody shouted my last name. Somebody else shouted something that wasn't English. A light swung across my back and I went down hard on a frozen furrow. Got up, kept going. I heard boots behind me. More than one set gaining. My lungs were full of glass. Blanks, I told myself. Training. It's all training. Then something cracked past my ear, and I stopped believing that and just ran. The tree line came up faster than I expected. Hands caught the front of my vest and hauled me into the bed of a truck, and somebody dropped a wool blanket over my shoulders like I was a rescued dog. 21 minutes, a voice said, from the knock. A major I'd never seen crouched down in front of me while I shook. "Specialist, do you know why tonight happened to you?" I couldn't get enough air to answer. 6 weeks ago, you flagged a fuel discrepancy that nobody asked you to look at, and when your platoon sergeant told you to leave it alone, you wrote it up anyway. He let that sit. Everything since then has been evaluation. The extra guard shifts, the lost manifest, the soldier who asked to borrow your CAC card in the chow hall. I turned my head. The guy from the chow hall was standing 10 feet away in a uniform with no name tape, drinking coffee, watching me. "What happens now?" I said. "Now you choose. Go back to your unit, finish the rotation, forget tonight, or come with us and start a different kind of training." "What kind?" "The kind where noticing keeps you alive." I thought about the weight in the back of my truck that didn't match the manifest, and the way my staff sergeant had come up out of that ditch like he'd been waiting there for hours, because he had. "I'll go." The major handed me a folder with my name on it. Inside were transfer orders, already signed, dated 19 days ago. They hadn't been deciding. They'd been waiting on me to catch up. Yet. Tavar said, "We know what it's supposed to look like now, sir. We're hoping you do too."